Welcome to the live stream, Bob from I Can't Hear You. If you saw the thumbnail, which I suspect since I don't preview these at all, no one's seen the thumbnail, but it's just a quick live stream about what this challenge has meant to me so far and just how much I needed it. And I didn't even really know that I needed it. When I took this on, the whole point was to practice, start, prepare, and get some momentum going for a future date when we're going to really attack a business model using this YouTube platform in conjunction with some other stuff. But it turns out like I needed this way different than I expected, because it's kept me focused in a different direction than I've ever been before. I'm learning how to be more creative, which honestly was a weakness for me. I am playing in a space that I have no clue about, which is certainly challenging for me mentally challenging. It's very similar to when I was learning sailing. Sometimes people would ask, like, where'd the sailing thing come from? Because it came out of nowhere. I'm not even really, honestly, a good swimmer. And certainly not a huge fan of I just don't even like go in the ocean a lot. I mean, I'm at the beach a lot, but I'm not like a body surfer. I'm not living around the water a ton. And then suddenly sailing became an option for me due to a good friend of mine. And him and I just like went all in. And the reason we embraced it so much is because this is going to sound a little bit cocky, I guess, is that at work, I'm really capable. And in some cases, it gets a little boring, right? Like the work that we do around artificial intelligence and analytics and stuff like that, like we do it day in and day out. And it's certainly, it's certainly challenging, but when you do something for a living, like you kind of get comfortable with that challenge. And so sailing was this whole new world. Like I had no clue how to move a boat against the wind, for example. Like it just didn't work in my brain how that worked. And then before you know it, like you realize that that's one of the fastest angles to go in. Like who could have predicted that? And just every part of that challenge was new. Like even docking a boat is massively challenging. So YouTube is very similar. Like I never dealt with cameras a ton. I'm not a photographer. I'm certainly not a videographer, certainly not creative in a design kind of way. And I took this on every step of the way, meaning I'm doing the thumbnails, I'm doing these videos, I'm figuring out the camera, I'm figuring out how to do live streams, I'm figuring out how to get the script going, I'm figuring out how to hopefully keep you interested, when I actually edit a video. Learning editing, honestly, the cutting and trimming is all I've really been doing. If you've seen my videos, there's not a lot of editing going on. But I do want to add text, and I want to improve on that. But yesterday's video really summed up some of what I'm going through, like the learning process and the unexpected realities of all this. I covered pretty well yesterday. And I was thinking overnight about like that one fear I touched on, the fear of being unliked. It was kind of my bonus lesson at the end of that video. I really hope you do go back and watch it, but I'm kind of giving away that bonus lesson now. But the fear of being unliked is something I wasn't really aware of in me. And I put a video together called My Biggest Fear is Quitting. And then I was like, okay, if my biggest fear is quitting, what's this fear of being unliked? And the point is that I'm thinking more. This challenge is opened up a whole new subject for me about me. That was totally unexpected. And that's what I covered yesterday, is that I've learned so much about me, how like my willingness to just start was such a great move. The fact that it's a mess, but I'm confident, okay with that, and I'm confident in the improvement. But this fear of being unliked, or I think I spoke about just the fact that putting yourself out there and not really caring what people think is so important, that lesson. But the freedom to not be afraid of that anymore. Like the fear of quitting still exists. So that's still my biggest fear. That hasn't gone away, and I suspect it won't go away because I really want to be disciplined forever. But this fear of being unliked, I think, is going away very rapidly. And who knew? Like exposing yourself in this manner is the ultimate challenge for business executives. And part of the reason I started this is because as a business executive and an older business executive, I think we're missing the boat on social media, specifically video-based social media. And I think in the future that a large majority of my sales, my collaboration, my partnerships with other firms, all of that is going to be benefited from my experience on YouTube, my comfort with video. And way early on in this process, I talked about how video is the public speaking, like YouTube is the new public speaking. I'm wording that poorly, but if you don't get comfortable with video, it's the same as not being comfortable public speaking, 20 years ago. I still think public speaking is important. Not saying it's gone away, but video is the new public speaking. If you're not confident on video, you're really not going to be able to move the needle for your business. So as a business leader, I think we should all be doing this. And so I know there's plenty of us doing it, but but in my space, there's not many of us doing it. So that's part of the whole thing for me, is to try to open up a new channel that I think is going to be fruitful. All right. So what do we got going on this week? It's Christmas week. In the US, it's a week. It's business slows down significantly. My business slows down very significantly. Of course, we have proposals and stuff that we have to do, but as a leader, my role definitely tails off to the point that I can enjoy time with my family. And I do have family coming in. So today, huge day for us. My son's coming in with his wife. We're very excited about that. And I'll definitely speak of them during this week. So I'm not going to be editing videos and trying to put a proper video together this week because I'm not going to have time. There's no way I'm going to pull that off. I am going to practice editing a little bit. I am going to look at some of the footage that I've had for past videos and try to add some techniques, because what I spoke of last week, for those paying attention, that I was going to focus solely this last sprint, which is a 9-day period, on the title, the thumbnail, the scripting, and how I delivered these videos. And I really made improvements there, tons of improvements there. And I'm going to obviously stick with that, but now I'm going to focus my energies on improving other areas, not neglecting more improvements in title, thumbnail, script, etc. But I'm going to now be focusing on trying to layer in a bit more editing before I finally hand off the editing to someone else. And then I'm going to play with some other styles. But anyway, more of that to come. The 9 at 9 series that I've teed up too many times is a way for me to check in with myself and anyone who cares in this growing community in the morning here in the US, 9 a.m., and of course, wherever you might want to tune in, to just get started, focus on what are you going to accomplish today? What is your focus for today? What did you focus on yesterday? What challenges do you have yesterday? Kind of like a scrum. I am going to touch on some subjects and tee things up and see how people react to them. I know it's going to take a long time for that to gain momentum. I know I'm going to have a limited amount of viewers, but if I'm consistent every day, I think over time that could work. Call me crazy. I don't think many people are doing it, and I think there's something there. I really feel that. And I don't know why. But anyway, 9 at 9 this week, that's the plan. And we're going to be maybe sharing some of what my family's doing because, I can do that. It's my platform. I'm free to do what I want. And I don't care if you like it. Remember? All right. Checking the time, because as I don't have a clock in front of me, which I probably should have. We're going to get this magnet clock so I can at least see it. One sec. Oh, look at that. Bam, already through the 9 minutes. That's, of course, my goal. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it and look forward to 9 a.m. every day this week. I'm really going to do it. I'm committing to that. And we'll keep this challenge going. I'm learning a ton. I'm getting better every day. It's messy, and I appreciate you putting up with that mess. It's like I should have a little picture next to me the whole day, like what do they say in the stores? Like, pardon our dust as we remodel this thing. That's what I'll do. Pardon our dust. All right. Have a great one.